There were 2 whales that their deaths are attributed to domoic acid. But Ed, are they saying we should be doing something? We should clean the ocean. We should be better stewards of the marine. What should we do? Can we do?
Should I be honest and tell you what one of the lifeguards told me? Very shaken by what he saw today. He said, "Pray." Frankly, quoting
Hello,
him.
friends and family of the internet. Welcome back to Starkey Forum Said. So my name is Samantha. I'm an educator by trade and organic farmer because, well, that's where the Lord led me. But I want to talk to you about something that I think is super important right now. Marine die-offs across the country.
This is the first time I've seen a whole whale.
I've lived in Alameda for most of my life, and I've never, ever seen a whale washed up. I've heard of it happening in the past, but this is much bigger than the pictures that I've seen from the past.
Now, this is, as we said, the 5th dead whale to wash ashore in the Bay Area in less than a month.
Well, tonight, marine mammal specialists are on scene at the shoreline in El Segundo and Venice, trying to figure out what killed a number of dolphins and sea lions.
The marine animals washing up sick or even dead over the past several weeks, including whales, sea lions, and most notably, an unprecedented number of dolphins.
We've never seen this many dolphins strand ever that I'm aware of in Southern California.
How would you compare this year to what we've seen in the past years?
Worse, bad, horrible, scary, concerning, all those words and more.
So I know a couple of fishermen. They've had to stop fishing. I'm talking about people that have done this for generations, friends.
James Cole has fished crab and lobster here all his life.
This family's walked away from it. My brother and his son, they sold their boat this year and have come out of the industry after a lifetime and generations. They gave it up because they were feared that another die-off would finish us, and if we do have another die-off, it'll finish me.
I'm talking about people who for the past 4 generations have owned boats, have gone out into the areas closest to their homes and fished for a living. They can't do that anymore because they are not finding the fish. It's not even that. They're blaming it on algae blooms, toxic algae blooms. And yes, that does have something to do with it. Because, did a little digging, geoengineering, the dumping of silver iodide will actually increase algae blooms in water. They know it, yet they keep doing it. Some of the things that they're doing right now in the ocean, I believe in my heart, is par for the course of why you're seeing all of these marine animals not only dying, but becoming aggressive.
In snorkel trip for Pam Bennett, which ended with her being rushed to hospital.
I felt what felt like a dog bite on my arm.
The 68-year-old's arm pierced by the barb of an eagle ray as she swam offshore on southern York Peninsula. She underwent surgery to remove the 16-centimetre barb, which narrowly missed an artery.
I feel very lucky that it was me and not a child, because it could have been a child easily snorkeling in the shallows.
The volunteer marine researcher says she believes a toxic microalgal bloom may have caused the normally placid creature to lash out.
So I saw videos of people being attacked by stingrays and sharks, by species that normally aren't as aggressive as you would think that they would be. And then the shock on people's faces when they realize that something's wrong with these mammals. So if you didn't know, YouTube demonetized me for speaking truth. I can attempt to reapply in 2 weeks, but until then, I hope and pray that all of you would send at least $1 so I can continue raising awareness. Because you'd be shocked at how many people do not understand when we say geoengineering, cloud seeding, weather modification, what we are actually talking about. They don't know that the governments, that the universities around the world have decided that the best way to fight global warming is to reflect the sun's light back at the sun, to coat the ocean with graphene and or metals to reflect the sun. It's called ocean bleaching. The fact that it's happening in Australia, in England and in the United States all at once tells me that we have a global issue. And the only way that it can be a global issue is if geoengineering and or frequencies are involved. So I've done videos before on how frequencies can affect birds. So what you're seeing in California right now is not only marine death, but bird death coinciding same time, same place. And even the scientists don't understand why that's happening at the same time. That normally the birds are dying off one year, the marine animals are dying off the other. Now it's happening same time.
Are quite a few animals dead on various beaches in the area. The seabirds and the California sea lions don't usually have this problem in the same years. For I don't know why, since they eat some similar foods. But this year it's been both marine mammals and the seabirds at the same time.
But she says there are signs to cause alarm after 70 gray whales were found dead near the coast of Mexico so far this year.
So when we see, like we're seeing right now at our gray whale census, many skinny whales, even though the UME is declared closed, that's raising alarm bells. And the fact that so many gray whales have died off of
So we have people manipulating, adding chemicals into oceans, into the air that shouldn't be there, guys. And then you couple it with the frequencies. So you have these radars that are directly affecting the birds and the mammals. Folks, listen, whales and dolphins use echolocation to direct themselves, to move, to know which direction to go. They go back to the same breeding areas generation after generation, and they don't have a written language or a map. I'm talking like these guys can pinpoint it thousands of miles they travel in their lifetime, and now they're all dying. They want to blame it on the algae blooms, but guess what? It's happening again, it's happening worldwide in different oceans.
Most of the grey seal pups last year born in the northeast either had to go into rehab or were put to sleep. And you know what? It's absolutely heartbreaking.
The government line is unchanged. Sea algae is the probable cause of this disaster, not chemical pollution.
So you know what that tells me? That tells me that it's bigger than an algae bloom. It tells me that it's bigger than just a corporation dumping chemicals into that area of the ocean. It tells me that frequency and geoengineering is directly affecting marine and bird life.
What is this behind the rain off the Louisiana Gulf Coast? That's right outside of Houston. That is not rain. That is not how weather works. There are weird waves showing up on the radar. So again, we'll start with that's the rain. Goodbye to the rain. And that. And what is this? So meteorologists have been sharing this on Twitter saying, what in the heck is that? So now here's how radar works, okay? I'm going to show you this. This is how radar works. The radar dome sends out a beam. Yes. It hits the rain. It bounces back. And then it says, that's rain. So it detects something. It detects something in the atmosphere. So after that rain moved through, it detected something.
Yes.
What was it? Okay, Mario, what was it?
I propose further cooperative efforts between all the nations in weather prediction and eventually in weather control.
Guys, those are fragile ecosystems. When they crumble, we are next. And if you don't know that, friend, I'm sorry. But there's one thing I'm not, and that is a conspiracy theorist. My friend and I just wrote a book called Growing Under a Poisoned Sky. And that book is dedicated to helping you grow food, even though they're raining down terror on you from the skies. Now look at this picture. This picture are the trails, the cloud covering trails left by ships in the ocean. Yeah, right. Now they're saying that by saying these, they have to change the type of fuel they use so it doesn't do that. By changing the fuel and not emitting these crisscross fake clouds, that the oceans are warming up. Guys, you can't make this up. They don't even know what's going on anymore. But the last thing I want to do is trust a scientist or a university with the atmosphere that I have to live in So I need you guys to share this video, bring awareness to this. This is bad, folks. It's happening more and more frequently. But like I said, the biggest kicker with this is that the marine and the birds are dying at the same time, not separately. Make that make sense. Love you guys so much. Like, comment, and subscribe. And if you appreciate content like this, please look at the top of comments. There's 5 different ways that you can row in our boat, folks. Together, we can raise awareness. Together, we can fight against this. People know what's happening. States, individual states are fighting against geoengineering, but we need more people to be aware of what is happening, okay? Because Louisiana, our coast is failing. It's failing. Our fishermen are giving up. It's the same in Florida, in Texas. We can't have all these industries go away because the option of that is fake food coming out of China. And if you don't believe me, Google it.
What we're actually looking at wasn't actually live well eagle rays. It was eagle rays that were irritated, sick, and fighting for their life.
Something's made these rays and sharks go a little crazy, and they're just unpredictable at the moment.
Marine biologist Dr. Mike Bosley, who was in the water at the time of the attack, says he narrowly missed being barbed by another ray. He says the algae has contributed to a catastrophic situation unfolding beneath the waves.
Every living thing on Earth is frequency-based. That is scientifically provable. And when our frequencies are disturbed, it most definitely affects our body's ability to handle things like poisons, toxins, silver iodide being dropped from the sky that's obviously toxic when it mixes with water and should always be kept away from aquatic life. So I just want to leave you on that note. Most of you understand about smart meters on your houses and the frequency of music that you allow your children to listen to. It affects you, friends. It affects me, and it most definitely affects what's under that water.